posted. Gotta keep it posted. Gotta keep it posted. We got MSMOCLARK posted with the poster. When you turn on your radio, we got MSMOCLARK posted with the poster. When you turn on your radio, from the streets to the television, we keep it going, ain't no intermission. From the streets to the television, we keep it going, ain't no intermission.
You know we poppin', just name a topic. Posted up like a palm tree in the tropic. Rozzy on the beat, make you wanna come and see. Mo to the C, radio to TV. You know she putting in work like she clocked in. Celebrity guest, never guess who gon' drop in. Television's best like a S on the chest. Who's next? Say less, cause you rockin' with the best.
MSMOCLARK posted with the poster. When you turn on your radio, posted with the poster. We can turn on the radio. From the streets to the television, we keep it going, ain't no intermission. From the streets to the television, we keep it going, ain't no intermission.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl MSMOCLARK with the Post Up. I gotta tell y'all, my theme song is the shit. Like, I get hyped every time I hear my theme song. Like, seriously, like, the bigger I get, I'm gonna take it with me as long as my homeboy, you know, if he gets bigger, I hope he don't, like, come back and be like, you gotta pay for it now. Like, that would suck, right? That would suck. But anyway, welcome to the Post Up. I got a special guest in the building with me. I got DaPost. Well, actually, his name is longer than that, and we're gonna get into that a little bit once we get this thing popped off. You know, it never dawned on me until I was watching my video. I go through a lot of wig changes in there, but I do want to let you know I am that person in that video. Cool. Bet. All right, so I got to give you this disclaimer because, you know, I don't know if you... Push it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It happens, y'all. It happens sometimes. But look, check this out. What was I finna tell you? Oh, the disclaimer. Yes. Should you know anybody in this video, which I don't think you do. But if you do, please, huh? It's blue. No. Testing.
Yo.
He good? Okay, cool. All right, if you know anybody in these videos and you don't want to comment on the topic, by all means, please save your friendship. But at this point, I feel like you can talk about these people, okay? Let's get it.
So.
All right, JoJo, who I got first? Woo, it's been a tough week for media. You know what? My 4/3 is covering up. It's all good. There you go. Woo. All right. So Emmett Till's accuser passes away. I believe they said she was 88 and she passed away from cancer. Now, here's the thing. Whew. Our people are some savages. Have you seen this in the blogs today? Have you been reading the comments? Tough crowd, huh? Yeah. Okay, so no, I didn't. Did he make a video? I already know Boosie has something to say. Because you know what? It's a lot of people that aren't really sad about this. So in case you guys have been living under a rock or you're too young and they took Black history out of school before you got a chance to catch up with this story, Emmett Till was the young teenager that was visiting his family members when a shoekeeper or shopkeeper, I believe, she actually accused him of groping her and making sexual advances towards her while she was out one day, right? So, of course, her husband at the time, they kidnapped her husband and her brother-in-law, I believe, kidnapped Emmett Till from his family's home. They beat him, they lynched him, they mutilated his body, they did all kinds of things. And it was all because it was back in that time frame. You know, obviously the picture's black and white. I didn't do that. That's just what it was, right? So now we have a situation where in 2007, we ain't gonna even talk about how many years later, but in 2007, she did an interview and she stated she made the whole thing up. Shit.
Damn.
Yes. Damn. Because the lynching of Emmett Till is what actually helped to start the civil rights movement and all of this stuff, right? Now, she said in 2007 she made it up, and it didn't happen. He never touched her. He never made suggestive, lewd acts towards her, any of these things. She said it again in 2017. And you know what? I'm just be honest. Really didn't nobody care. Ain't nobody hearing what she said because I think the people already knew back then that she made it up. And unfortunately, there was nothing that could be done about it. We can't bring him back. It sucks. His poor mother, his poor family, you know. Just imagining going on vacation and not leaving. That story almost reminds you of Trayvon Martin visiting his dad and getting shot and killed. I would just like... Stuff like this is why I really don't even like my kids going nowhere. I be so scared because it's too much stuff going on. But you know, what I wonder what kind of life she had. Like, what could she do? What jobs did she work after this?
And she probably came from a rich family. It ain't affect her.
You know what? I didn't think about that. I think I will Google her a little more to find out because I was just thinking if anytime you're involved in like a high profile case in the media or whatever the case may be, it's hard to be normal all over again. It really is.
So,
Meg Thee Stallion apparently is bouncing back. But you know what? She ain't part of Moments with Mo. JoJo, who next? It's been a rough week. All right. Jerry Springer. Again, our people are really... Our people really doing some stuff. Jerry Springer passed away today at the age of 79 from cancer. So we have mixed reviews about this, right? I seen a comment on IG where somebody said, man, Jerry gonna be missed because Jerry really helped. I'm sorry, this is a serious comment. It's a serious comment, though. But it was like Jerry really helped black people feed their family by putting them on TV and doing all this stuff.
For $500?
Okay, so then the flip side of that was, are y'all crazy? Jerry helped black people to humiliate themselves. Now, I just want to be, devil's advocate right quick, real fast. What's the difference between what Jerry did and what these people doing on reality TV? I'm just saying, I just want to know. Because you guys are praising... I ain't gonna say the brands, but y'all praising these house shows. Y'all praising these shows with these people, and they're belittling each other. Black women are fighting each other. They're shown, buying expensive red bottom shoes while people are in poverty. Come on, man. That's just crazy shit.
I don't think Jerry was more so of like a race thing. I think it was more so like entertainment because he had all different cultures going through it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like often people just want something to talk about on social media.
Yeah, because he had some trailer park. He had a lot of trailer park.
I'm pretty sure he had them people sign disclaimers and waivers. They chose to play the role and do what we do. Even though we knew it was fake, we still watched it. You know what I'm saying?
We really did.
So it was really entertainment.
She ain't 22 yet. She's about to be 22. She loved watching Jerry Springer. It's like retro for her. That's insane, right?
Yeah.
It's almost depressing because I used to watch it after school. Now my daughter's watching it, and she thinks it's like, oh my God, it's retro TV. What the hell is retro TV? You know what? Don't worry about it. JoJo, who next? Hey, all right. The Brett and Judy. Their premiere is tonight, 9 p.m. on WeTV. The world is excited to see this story unfold because the Brett is pregnant. Again, another story that has caused so much controversy because I don't even know if it's appropriate to say. Okay. No, we can't say that either. Okay, so the thing is, the Brett is somewhat of a tomboy. But see, I can't even say that, though, right? Because I know people part of that community that are the female, and they really are a stud. They really dress like a boy. They really don't get their hair and their nails and their makeup done. Like, the brat is kind of like in between. She gets her nails done. She gets her makeup done. She keeps her hair done. She just like baggy clothes. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. She's still beautiful. She's a beautiful lady. You know, now that's somebody that I really hate being exploited on television, because I'm telling you, some of them shows and them interviews, they be making that girl look stupid. And I say that I will stand behind that. I don't know why a almost 50-year-old woman is talking like a baby, but we got to end that shit, Brad. I love you too much to see you go out like that. Please talk like a grown woman. But congratulations on the show. I'm going to watch it. You know, we love to hear you say brutiful. Do you watch that show? Why you don't watch that show? Do you watch TV?
Sometimes.
All right, let's see if you know this. JoJo, who next? Let me see if you know this.
Tomato, semantics.
About intimacy, I can make love to a man just by how I look in his eyes. I don't have to ever touch you to touch you. See the difference? It's how I talk to you. It's how I flirt with. It's my body language. You feel me?
I feel you.
All of that is intimacy without being in the bedroom.
It's kind of like when our hands touched, your energy was kind of like...
See what I'm saying?
It was like...
You learn.
All right. You know that show? Okay. That's Put a Ring on It. Now, the way that actually started out, they were on a date, right? That's the purpose of the show, to see if you want to marry the person you're with, but you go on dates with other people. Now, I really wanted to record the first half of the show where the guy comes into the date talking about sex. We grown people. Do you talk about sex on the first date?
It depends on the vibe. Not really, though, but...
Like, is that how you open a conversation?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Which one, me or him?
I said, nah, you know, it depends on the vibe, but that's not how you start the conversation, unless y'all just having like a freaked out moment that just happens, you know what I'm saying? But, nah.
So let me ask you this. Do you think, because for me, I'm female, I think if a male approached a situation like that, I find that to be kind of childish. So if a female came to you and she instantly, nah, you different, though. You might like that. Y'all might like it.
Speak your mind.
So you don't think that would be weird? Like, would you still find that attractive if a female, y'all on a date, this y'all first date, and she instantly starts, well, yeah, I think intimacy is how you do certain things in the bedroom. What? Like, grown-ass women, we don't think like that. Sex is just a part of intimacy, right? But really, my favorite intimate moments is, like, watching something on TV and having a conversation about it or laughing about it, you know what I'm saying? Cuddling.
Connection.
That part. And a lot of men, I feel like, get it wrong. And when I was looking at this, I'm like, how old is this nigga? Like, y'all not in high school. That shit that high school boys do. Well, I can put it down and bear. Nobody give a shit.
Nobody ask you, like...
That's what I'm saying. Who's rating you? You're obviously rating yourself. But at the end of the day, let's talk. Let's get to know each other, and then see if we get to that level. Because I'm telling you, that right there, he wouldn't have made it past go and collected $200. That's just a turn off at the gate. So,
Nah, he on some other shit.
Yeah, he on some other shit. But you guys make sure you catch Put a Ring on It. Dope show. You need to go watch it. They 3 episodes in. I got 2 friends on that show. They the daters. They're females. They're beautiful, you know, and they might not hook up with none of the men. They might be available. So, I mean.
Oh, they ain't on no other shit.
Anyway, let's get into this interview. Super excited. I have actually titled today's show Rapper's Delight. How old are you? You 30. Okay. So are you familiar with Rapper's Delight, the song? Yeah. Okay. That long ass song that lasts for about 45, 25 minutes. Yeah. It goes on. Like, people could have literally played that at the entire cookout, like one song. So let me ask you this. You're an artist, right? Mm-hmm. So what do you think is going to set your music apart from what's actually out today?
That cool player party vibe, you know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to kill nothing or do none of that. We just trying to have fun vibe, you know?
I like that. So normally people give me this answer in twos. They normally say, so when I say, you know, how long have you been doing music? They tell me how long they've been doing it, and then they tell me how long they've been taking it serious. Now, do you have that, or have you always been taking it serious?
I've been taking it serious from the gate.
Okay, so how long you been doing music?
I've been doing music for about like 6-7 years.
Okay, what made you get into it?
I had got stabbed.
Oh no!
I got stabbed like an inch from my artery. I had to get on the helicopter. I was in ICU for like 5 days. And then when I got out, I went to the studio and I heard how it sound. And I knew with my hustle, I put that together. It's over with.
So so basically it was like a near death experience for you.
For sure.
And that changed it. I don't like that happened to you, but I can see that.
For sure.
When you have those experiences, you kind of come out different, right?
Yeah.
You can't say you come out a different person because I know that you're still you, right?
I feel like you got a purpose.
You're right. That you're absolutely right. I had an ectopic pregnancy a couple of years ago. Never had heard of that until I went through that. And I can remember having my ultrasound and the doctor telling me, he was like, you could have been driving down the road and you would have died and not even known why you were dead. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell kind of shit is that? Like, if I was dead, I wouldn't be worried about being dead because I'd be dead. Like, I wouldn't have time to think about it or process it. But after I got over the initial shock, everything changed. Like, after I came out the hospital and I got over to being sad, I felt like I had to go harder at something. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, maybe I wanted to do this then, but I almost didn't get it. I was pussyfooting around it, I wanted to start a lipstick line, and I thought about it. It was just a thought. But now you get the second chance. Now it's like, look, I don't even care how I'm going to do it. It's $50. I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to tell me a lot. I'm excited about this question. Okay. Rap-wise, musically, who are some of your favorites?
I wouldn't necessarily say I had favorites, but some people I listen to, like, especially being from Atlanta, I say Future, Thug. I also listen to, like, Lil Baby a little bit.
Where are you from?
I'm from Six Flags.
See? Okay, well, that's why. Okay. I'm like, you're naming a lot of Atlanta rappers.
Yeah,
Have you followed their careers?
A little bit, so some so.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I kind of, like, got my own thing that's working for me, so.
Okay.
It's different how
How you able to move, okay. Now, when it comes to, like, family influences and what you're doing, do you have, like, the support of your family?
Yeah, for sure.
I find that makes a huge difference.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, you do. Mm-hmm. So who supports you?
Pretty much, I'd say my auntie, because she keep my daughter.
Okay, she keeps your daughter.
She keep my daughter in Miami.
Are you a single dad?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What a journey. How's that? And it's a girl. And he has a girl. How old is she?
7.
7. What an interesting
my number one
age.
fan.
That
She know all my
Listen.
songs.
Listen. So what has that journey been like for you being a single dad?
It's been pretty good. Luckily, I'm Haitian, so I got a strong back system. So for me, I can say it's been pretty good.
Now, when you're in there and you're writing your music, do you have your daughter in mind when it comes to certain terminology and all of that stuff? Yeah, you do. Okay, because a lot of people I ain't gonna lie, I say bitch. I listen to, and I feel bad sometimes when my son is in the back seat and I love bad bitches. And then I'll be like, oh, wait, hold on, son. Wait, that's not.
But my daughter's so smart. Like, even if I say a cuss word in the song and she's saying it, she gonna beep it out and go to the next.
I like that.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to being a dad, what is something that you actually like doing with your daughter? Because I know with you being an artist, you're probably on the road, you're probably in the studio. So when you guys have your daddy-daughter time, what's something that you like to do with her?
She like to go to the beach, also the park too.
She sounds like my kind of girl. I love the beach. Oh my God, I can sleep on the beach. I love it. It's something about the beach hitting your skin.
Yeah, so she's spoiled.
Okay. Now, what projects are you currently working on?
Right now, I've been pushing my EP called No Features. I've been pushing that for about like a year now. Mm-hmm. And then the single that we pushing is called Paul Walker. That's what's been taking over right now. It's been on BET, MTV. It's spinning on like 10 plus radio stations. So
what was that like for you when you first got your album and your single spinning on BET and all of those stations? What was that like for you?
I want more.
You want more?
Yeah.
So what, did you guys all sit and watch it?
Yeah, for sure. We sit and watch it, recorded it. Everybody shared it. It's just a blessing. But to to me, it's like it's still more I have to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like never enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a thrill, a rush, a goal. You know what I'm
To
saying?
keep going, yeah. So when you do your videos, like a lot of times when people act, I found they say they don't like to go back and watch themselves. But me, I'll watch my TikTok 52 times in a row and laugh
watch it
it wasn't even me that did it.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought I was weird. If I post something on Instagram, I'm gonna watch it like 1,000 times.
Right, and do you always act like it's the first time? Boy, look what I did right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. That was my question. How do you feel about watching yourself? Like, when you do your videos, do you sit there and critique yourself and be
Yeah.
like, I could have done that better?
I learn from myself.
You learn from yourself?
Yeah.
What do
I
you
learn
learn?
from my own mistakes.
Mm.
I study my mistakes and work on them. At the day is all about content. So if I post something I feel like I ain't get that certain look, I work on the next one. You know what I'm saying? Or if I feel like I ain't posted at the right time to get this certain amount of traction that I wanted, I work on the next one. So I work on myself.
Now, do we really kind of sort of care about traction?
Yeah.
Because the algorithm's really been off lately.
That's why, matter of fact, I'm gonna kill you on that. That's why we got a promo van.
Okay.
So that way we could work online and we could ride around where they could just scan it and see, you probably seen it outside where they could just scan it
That's
and
dope.
my face on it, the symbol on it. So if online not working, we gonna beat the streets. And we went to South Carolina, Macon, Alabama, Texas, Savannah. This all in the last month, you know what I'm saying? So we just been hitting state to state.
Ooh, did you
Different
take a
radio
nap?
stations, networking. Not
Yeah.
really.
Shit.
Yeah.
Naps are very important. I don't care what nobody say. People always be like, oh, you can sleep when you
I'm a
dead.
Cancer. I love to sleep. So
People be
when
like,
I
you
get
can
that
sleep
one
when you
day,
dead.
when I get that one day, I take advantage of that day I have. You know, might turn off all phones and.
Yeah, sleep and rest keeps you youthful. Like, I've napped so much that in my 40s, I don't look 40. I'm going to say a cool 30 at
I
least.
thought you was 28.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Not the baby talk.
That's so exciting. No, but seriously, I got a 22-year-old and a 15-year-old and an 8-year-old through marriage. And, oh, my God, it's like, I understand the being a single dad thing. Except my daughters, when they were in high school and I was starting my career, I wasn't allowed to post certain stuff. Like, they told me, like, mama, you can't post no videos with you in workout clothes because the boys in my school, they be following you and they be looking at you. And you know what? I'm going to be honest. I had to take that into consideration. You know what I'm saying? Because today's kids are a little different.
They grown.
Yeah, they're a little different. Like, I remember kids telling me that my parents was fine and we didn't have social media at the time. This would just be with my parents picking me up from school. And, man, your daddy look good. What I do to you? Bitch, I will cut you right now. But, it's just like now, these kids really violent. Like, for real. So, you might cut them and they cut you back. So, that's just a whole nother story for a whole nother show. So what are you working on right now that you got coming up? Any tours? Any press? Well, I mean, you're here, so obviously you're doing press.
Right now, we just radio stations. We also working on birthday bash, so things we keep in contact with.
Now, guilty confession, I've been in Atlanta for 20-something years. I've never gone to birthday
Don't feel bad. I never been either. I told myself I ain't perform, I wasn't gonna go.
That is logical and that makes sense. I just feel like some shit we shouldn't be at after a certain age because my nerves gonna be bad. I'm gonna tell you right out the gate. Yeah, the people gonna be down there jumping and everybody gonna be smoking and then my head gonna start hurting and the speaker and stuff and I'm gonna be ready to go home and I'm gonna catch an attitude with somebody's kid. It's just not a good look for me. Now, if I, like you said, if you're performing, if I did media and there's a red carpet where I know I'm going to be here from this time to this time and I'm going home.
End of the day, networking is the key.
Networking is the key. So do you have any tips on networking?
Just don't be afraid, You never know who you might be talking to, so always be respectful, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh, I like that. I'm trying to learn because I be cutting people off. Like, they say something I don't like, I be like, bitch, I'm not talking to you.
Sometimes you don't gotta cut. You can cut them off in your mind, but you could just give them a long leash. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know who might be who. So clean.
So tell me about, you brought me a video. Tell me, okay. JoJo, I'm really finna go find the man that worked at the Wendy Williams show.
Come on, JoJo.
I
Come
know
on,
you got.
JoJo.
I need to see a visual. Well, anyway, while he's prepping that, tell me
He
what
ain't
we're
cooking
gonna
that.
eventually
He
see.
ain't cook where the food at.
What are we gonna eventually see?
On the video?
Yeah.
You're gonna see.
Uh-oh. Your cameraman fucking up. I'm just playing. No, we got the video. Okay, so tell me, what's this video that I'm about to watch?
It's a vibe. It's basically a vibe. I had to do like a cookout for my neighborhood.
Oh.
You know.
In real life?
Yeah.
I like that. Y'all cooked for real? Y'all had like plates and stuff? Okay, cool.
The whole neighborhood.
JoJo, press play. Let's see what we got. I want to see the cookout.
Ça da fait zo. Faut pas où est tout le monde dehors men. Faites-le commencer oui men. Tout bagay oui. Si m'a lever kounye men. Ça dit? Yeah, m'a lever kounye men. Nous besoin take care de neighborhood men. Neighborhood pour nous. Son message c'est pour nous. Ben ok, m'a vinn check yo. Cool.
Oh, you did it. I just dropped the top and spent the block, I made a killing. Lucky in my bag, you made me make it in my feelings. Super short, the coupe, I'm turning to a super villain. Slap them band together, that's a head, no good listen. Turn up in the coupe, I'm feeling like a Paul Walker. Hit up with the honey, turn that bitch into a stalker. I been trapping hard, I got it jumping like the gutter. The way they cut me out, they still really what I got fun of VVS. Get that pressure on your chest. I gon' try that shit to bed. Put the gas around my neck. I'm a blessing, ain't no preacher. I was never on the beach. I had dope all in my sneakers. Once you got it from me cheap. Get your ass go like this. I power was just like Vegeta. Say she love me, I don't need her. I got lemonade and cheese. 1,500 for some sneakers. I been beefing with my management, cause I won't do no fees. Free my nigga cash out, I'm surrounded with that nigga. On purpose, she a demon. She gon' lick my semen. I just took that bitch to Neiman. Only thing you on my team is man gon' make a mess. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Oh, you did it. I just dropped the top and spent the block, I made a killing. Lucky in my bag, you made me make it in my feelings. Super short, the coupe, I'm turning to a super villain. Slap them band together, that's a head, no good listen. Turn up in the coupe, I'm feeling like a Paul Walker. Hit up with the honey, turn that bitch into a stalker. I been trapping hard, I got it jumping like the gutter. The way they cut me out, they still really with no bubble. Now I'm back up in my mode. You been like dripping gold. Now you feel the shit in your soul. Fresh tip that little up toe. Yeah, she hot but I'm hot cold. Yeah, this roll can't roll gold. I bought on like D-Rose. Hold up, a swerve, watch it work. Got a couple niggas on purse. A nigga on a shirt, for sure. I'm Myraj, shit raising my peer. My pull up fast and fierce. No be no interference. Oh, you did it. I just dropped the top and spent the block, I made a killing. Lucky in my bag, you made me make it in my feelings. Super short, the coupe, I'm turning to a super villain. Slap them band together, that's a head, no good listen. Turn up in the coupe, I'm feeling like a Paul Walker. Hit up with the honey, turn that bitch into a stalker. I been trapping hard, I got it jumping like the gutter. The way they cut me out, they still really with no barber. Baby, yeah, get that pressure on your chest. I gon' try that hit the bed. Put the gas around my neck.
Hey, I like the outro. I like how the drone comes out, you know, and leave it up to me to see a puppy in a video. Not a puppy. I know it's a pit bull, you know. No, that's a Rottweiler.
No, it's a Frenchie.
It's a Frenchie. Leave it to me to see a big ferocious dog and think, oh my God, what a cute puppy. I love animals, you know, and you know I like the song. The song is dope. I seen that big bag of cookies on the thing. What's in the cookie bag?
Some groceries.
Groceries. I think he's talking about those same groceries I had when I went to the airport, JoJo. Those groceries.
Yeah, those groceries.
Yeah, those groceries messed me up. I can't. It had me in the Atlanta airport puking. It was a horrible experience.
Man.
I had too many, and they were gas station groceries.
Oh no, that's why.
No, you want me to tell you what it was?
I had to do it before too.
I had 5. I had 5. Why would I do that?
I don't know. You was having a long day.
No, I took 5. I just automatically assumed because the groceries came from the gas station, they were gonna be trash and it was gonna be weak. So I needed to up the ante a bit. And ever since that experience, I've been grocery free because it scared the shit out of me. It scared me. I'm sober. I'm flying sober.
Cool.
What was the inspiration behind this song? Because we love Paul Walker.
Rest in peace, Paul Walker. Really just wanted to show love to the legend that had got a scat. And I just was driving fast, you know, it was just in my vibe, you know what I'm saying? It just came out.
So you're a Fast and Furious
fan?
You
know what I'm saying? Not really, but that car make you want to just...
Not really?
Are you talking about driving Fast and Furious, or you talking about the movie?
I'm talking about the movie.
Yeah, I'm a Fast Furious fan.
Because, they really have a 14.
I really want to try to get on the soundtrack, for real, though.
I can see that. You know they have another one coming out.
Yeah.
I just found out like 2 days ago.
My boy Crazy working on it right now.
Go ahead. Listen.
For sure.
I think it'll be dope. Simply because, you know, the whole vibe. Yeah, the whole vibe of it and how they are. Now, I ain't gonna even say that. Because I was gonna say it might depend on where they're filming and where it's based. Because, you know, they did the Tokyo Drift and all of that. And they did a lot of, what y'all call them people? BTS, BBS, whatever, the Japanese rappers. I don't know what they call, but they used a lot of those artists, you know. But I definitely think it's dope. You did amazing. It's a great song.
Actually streaming pretty well overseas too as well. So
really?
Yeah,
have you went to perform overseas yet?
Not yet, but I just left Haiti about like 3 months ago, and we're talking about putting like a concert together over there. So
that's your family though. Like I'm saying,
it's overseas though.
I mean it is, but that's your family though. You know the culture, you know the vibe over there, right?
Yeah.
So you can pretty much guesstimate what the outcome is going to be over there. How do they act? Yeah, that's what I was going to say. How do they act? Because, you know, a lot of times your people in your hometown, they really don't show you as much love as out of town.
I wasn't born there, so, you know, it's different. When I come there, they still probably look at me like I'm American, even though I spend, you know what I'm saying? So, it's all about who you know, how you move. Anywhere you go, it's just like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I was there, they loved me. It was a good vibe. You know, I got to see my people give back. You know, that was my first time going, actually. So.
And when was this?
3 months ago.
That was your first time ever in your whole life?
Yeah.
What took you so long?
I don't know. I don't know what took me so long, but I'm glad I went.
Okay. So other than Haiti, where else overseas would you like to go? To perform?
Europe.
I did Europe.
That's where I'm going to go everywhere overseas to perform, matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? I'm Haitian, so I'm international, so that gives me a little pass to. Plus, I'm not in no box. I can make different type music. I make different type music. So
I like that. That's good. Well, congratulations to you. Super excited. Anything you want to make sure that people know about K-Dub before you get out of here?
Yeah, I go follow me at HBKK Dub with 2 B's. That's on all platforms. HBKK Dub with 2 B's. Also, y'all call y'all local radio stations and request that Paul Walker. Download it, stream it on every platform. HBKK Dub, Paul Walker.
Absolutely. And go ahead and tell them what your name is on OnlyFans.
You said what?
I'm just kidding. Calm down. Oh my God. Are you okay? Are you breathing?
No, I'm finna find your Twitter.
You gonna find my Twitter? My Twitter, I do have a Twitter, but you know what? I don't even use Twitter. So, of course, when I discovered that they were letting people do porn on Twitter, I was like, oh my God, this is what they're tweeting about? This is insane.
It's just an open world.
It is. Like, bro, listen, that is the whole thing about being in the industry, entertainment, media, whatever it is. It's almost like you have to know all these social media platforms, right?
So
because Instagram, allegedly, that's where your 20s and I say your teens, some of your teens to your 30s hang out, right? Then you put your stuff on there. Cool. I suggest you making it 59 seconds or less to leave attention to people. Then you come over on the Facebook with me and the other old heads. That's where we kick it at. We like to drive through the streets of Facebook over there. You know, we don't really care how long your shit is. We probably ain't going to watch it the whole thing, but at least we have the option to, right? Then you going to swing on over to the TikTok, right? I suggest you make that shit 7 seconds or less because really nobody's watching that. That's it. That's all you got to. You do a little twerk, a little whatever that shit is they be doing where they make their little sides jiggle, and that's it. That's it. It's done. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be popping on TikTok, though. Listen, let me tell you something. I dropped it like it was hot in one of them TikTok challenges, right? Because in my mind, my mind told me I could do it. And I did do it. But it goes back to what you were saying where you didn't like it. And I kept redoing it till I got it just right. And then the next day I came on the show and I told JoJo, I was like, JoJo, I broke my knees. I broke my knees. So, of course, JoJo's next question was, Mo, what the hell was you doing? Right? And it wasn't what he thought I was doing. It wasn't even close. I was like, I was doing TikTok. So, I've been TikTok free as well. So, I'm grocery free and TikTok free.
You can't break your knees. You got to save them.
Yeah, that shit ain't for me. I can't twerk to save my life. I don't know how these people twisting their ankles. That's just too much. Stop doing it. Let's do the electric slide and kumbaya.
The cha-cha-cha.
And cha-cha-cha. That's it. Cupid shuffle me all day. I'm good. All right? Tell everybody where they can find you at. One more again.
Y'all can find me at HBKK DUBB with 2 B's. That's on all platforms. HBKK DUBB with 2 B's.
And it's the same on Tinder.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's your girl MSMOCLARK with the Post Up. You can follow me on IG at msmoclark, at msmediabae, at DaPost Up. That's DaPostup. What's around the corner? Father's Day is around the corner, so you guys make sure you follow Jack. Well, for Jack's a man. He's not a mother. Y'all, I knew what I was saying. Yeah, I knew what I was saying. Jack is a man. But if y'all want to follow Jack for Mother's Day, it's perfectly fine. He needs a hug, okay? Follow Status Network, Global Vision TV, and we out.
Keep it posted. Gotta keep it posted. Gotta keep it posted.
We got MSMOCLARK posted with the post up. Bring it to on the radio. Posted with the post up. We can turn on the radio.
From the streets to the television, we keep it going, ain't no intermission. From the streets to the television, we keep it going, ain't no intermission.
Look, you know we poppin', just name a topic. Posted up like a palm tree in the tropic. Rozzy on the beat, make you wanna come and see. Mo to the C, radio to TV. You know she putting in work like she clocked in. Celebrity guest, never guess who gon' drop in. Television's best like a S on the chest. Who's next? Say less, cause you rockin' with the best.
MSMOCLARK posted with the post up. Bring it to on the radio.